What's up, people? Welcome to this episode of the By the Hood podcast or webcast because I don't know how you're consuming this content. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. And as we start off every show, it's with gratitude. So just want to say thank you to everybody out there, all of our supporters. Special shout out to all of our students out there who are creating wealth and, building with us on a daily basis. Special shout out to y'all, all the students from By the Hood University. Shout out to everybody buying the merch. You can find that, all the links that we'll put in the description. And as usual, this podcast is sponsored by Own Your Time and Space. This is a book that Corey and I wrote, and it's currently out. You can get it on Amazon, get the paperback, the Kindle, but we also have a downloadable ebook that you can get right at bythehooduniversity.com. So, and also want to introduce Corey real quick. My partner in crime is here. Corey, what's going on?
Man, everything is everything, man. The world keeps spinning and the sun keeps shining, so I'm out here.
I heard that. Our platform is dedicated to highlighting brothers and sisters who are doing amazing work in the community. If you got anything going on positive, we want to highlight you. We want to salute you, talk about what you got going on, give a little bit of background of, where you come from, and share this with our audience. So we got another special guest, another young buck on the line. But, we like to highlight the young bucks, especially the ones out there doing positive things, man. This is our brother, Dominic Washington, a.k.a. Showtime. We're going to call him Showtime because it is Showtime. What's good, homie?
What's going on, man? Showtime. How y'all doing?
Man, we doing amazing, man. And we're glad to have you on. You're another young brother in our area who is doing amazing things, all positive. We want to make sure we highlight you because you are a true hustler, but not in the sense when people think about hustlers, you make it happen in a legitimate way. And you could be a positive influence to a lot of people out there who will watch our program, man. So let's talk about you, what you got going on. We're going to get into all that, but let's talk about where you're from. Where exactly are you from? Where you come up at?
All right, so I'm from Logan, east side to be exact. Growing up, it was apartments. And for some reason, my mom liked the neighborhood. Sometimes when you're moving around, you bounce from neighborhood to neighborhood or city to city. Well, shoot, we came from east side of Logan and moved over to west side of Logan. So
yeah.
we ain't go too far. Logan, right there.
Okay, so you from Logan. Did you go to school out there too?
Nah. I wound up going to school out Lincoln. It was Lincoln Environmental Science High School, some high school like Upper Roxborough. I don't know, for some reason I wanted to go somewhere. This a little different. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. So you actually went to Lincoln. I know a lot of folks that went to Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so you went to Lincoln. So some of the things we want to talk about, what you got going on, man. You are huge in the area in terms of the car sales, right? You do a lot of car sales, and talking to you, you told me that you do car wholesaling, right? Which was interesting because we talk to people who wholesale real estate, but you apply the same fundamentals in that and do it with vehicles. That's just one of your many hustles. You own a couple properties as well, so you're a real estate investor.
Right.
And the crazy part about this, you do this all while maintaining a job, right?
Yeah, I don't know how, man. I hear all the time, damn, you make 24 hours look good.
Listen, you must got extra hours that the rest of us don't got. You got 36 hours or something, man. You got to teach us the secret to that, man. How to get them extra hours, man. But I think that's
like Jim Ron said, the earlier you wake up, the more you can get done.
I heard
wake
that.
Up early.
I heard that. But you know what, though? I think that your story is inspiring because there are a lot of people out there who watch you have jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. Listen, you got to get your bread any way you can. And if you have a job, make your job one of your investors. That's the way you look at it. So your job is your investor.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you work. And how did you get into the car game, though? What led you into the car game?
All right, so my folks, Rain, SBV, he introduced me to the car game. Funny story. He told me he made X, Y, and Z one day. And we talking about in a day. How many hours in a day? Yeah. He made X, Y, and Z in a day. I'm like, damn, I'm doing something wrong here. Not that I'm doing something wrong, but you got to be able to have multiple lanes. You feel me? Sometimes you can have lanes within lanes, but you got to be able to have multiple lanes. And he just opened my eyes to it. I just connected the dots. I'm like, in a day? I mean, and that's folks. So it's like it won't for anybody if you can do what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk. So you found like a friend of yours who was doing it, and you figured out, look, if he can make this bread, I can make this bread too. But you also invest in real estate. How'd that come about? Give us a little bit about your real estate investment experience.
All right, so remember I told you how, me and my mom, we used to move from in the neighborhood. So my grandma had a house on the opposite side of Logan. She wound up selling her the house. Growing up, you looking at other properties, you looking at different things, whatever. You come home and look at yours, you like, yeah, man, for me anyway, my imagination just ran wild. So me and we used to butt heads. Damn, man, like, I didn't understand that, it's a lot of shit that's expensive. So I didn't understand that, man, she don't got the money to go pick out 6, 7, 8 grand for a kitchen. You feel me? She may not have the resources for this bathroom. You feel me? So we used to butt heads like, damn, man, shoot, if I had like a lease with you or something, I was able to just pay the mortgage, man, I would turn this whole thing around. Nah, you just playing. No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. If you was to ever move out, go buy another house, and then me and you was to come to some type of agreement with this, there's no telling what I'm gonna do with it. She basically told me, like, she tested my hand, and I just went full force. That's pretty much how I got started with that.
Okay, so
turned it all around. I didn't even notice I was doing the rehab. I thought I was just fixing her house up. She moved, she left. I thought I was just fixing her house up.
Okay, so mom got you started, right? So that's dope.
Salute.
That's dope because that's what it's about. It's about generation to generation, like building that wealth. So mom gave you the opportunity to show what you can do, and you actually did it. Did a rehab.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I even knew it was a thing.
I heard that. So what are some of your goals in real estate? Like is your goal to how many properties you got now? What are you trying to do? Like with the real estate game? Are you trying to do more buy and holds? You trying to do more wholesaling? What are you trying to do with the real estate game?
So I want to be able to have more passive income. I have 2 properties right now.
And by the way, tell people how old you are too.
I'm 26 right now.
All right, so I just want people to recognize that this brother is 26 years old, holding down a full-time job, 2 rental properties, a full-fledging car sale business. If you don't believe how he gets busy in the car game, just go to his Instagram page, right? Which I'm going to put all that in the description. He gets busy with the cars, right? And I've seen people post about you on their page and tag you, so I know how you get busy with the car game, and you got all this going on. So you have 2 rental properties. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want people to understand that, you're 26 and you're making all this happen in a legitimate way. So it's very impressive, man, and inspiring because Corey and I speak to the youth all the time. And, we get a lot of excuses of why they can't do. And this brother's your age, man, that, don't make it happen this way, man. So you're very impressive. I just want to, salute you with that. But finish telling the story about what's your objective with real estate.
I mean, like I said, my objective with real estate is continue to, build the passive income, of course. See, me, I'm going to keep it funky with you, with everybody. It's one thing to work hard for the money, and then it's another thing to have a lazy money. I like lazy money. If I could be able to create something great, right, and be able to have that passively coming in, and then I look at it like, okay, I was able to collect this within a month's time span. How many hours did I put in to collect that? So I want to be able to, of course, try to flip it to here, but then you're done with taxes with certain things, but you bypass that, and then but you get rid of the property. So I want to try that, but I'm more so leaning towards buying and hold. You know what I mean? Because once it's yours, it's yours. Only you can mess that up.
I heard that. And so what you just said, I know Corey feels some type of way about that because our next book coming out in a couple of months is called Hard Work is for Suckers, man. So
what a coincidence.
That's our next title. That's our next title, man. Hard work is for suckers, man. It's about the smart work out here, man. You know what I mean? The only thing you want to work hard at is figuring out ways to do it smart, right? So we totally understand what you're saying. Put the plays together now when you're 26. Let me ask you this question though. Because you are so young and because you got your hand on multiple pots and you're doing things, how do your peers, people your age, or even sometimes I know when you work, it's probably people older than you look at you like you're insane because how hard you go. Is that so? How do your friends and family look at you? Do they ask you to try to help them get in the game, or what is it?
See, here's the thing, though, right? I'm willing to help everybody, right? But you gotta be able to be coachable. You feel me? You gotta be able to be coachable. So friends and family look at me a certain way, and to a certain stature. You feel me? Not like I'm God or something, but to a certain stature. But
Okay.
luckily, I don't have the type of personality where I'm trying to hide this because ain't no secret. You feel me? It's not a secret. It's a regular blueprint. I ain't the first. I ain't the last. You feel me? So I'm willing to pull anybody up, but you gotta be coachable. And I preach that to everybody. So I may say a blueprint at times, but you gotta want it. Some people may see a blueprint and damn, this shit is so hard, but it's like, nah, this shit, man, a lot of this stuff be easy. A lot of this stuff be easy.
No, I got you. But it's about you got to take action, right? It's about taking action.
Take action.
Right. So a lot of times people, they're lazy or they just don't believe in themselves. A lot of times it's not that they're lazy, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they can do it until they start to do it and realize like, yo, it's not even that difficult, right?
It's not even that difficult. Like I want to tell you guys a story how I was able to get my second property and I put no money down, not from no grant or any of that. I was able to put no money down. You know how I did that? I took I took like 2 hours out of my day and read a book. You feel me? And presented it to my lender. It was like, man, yeah, you can do that, right?
What book was it? If you don't mind sharing, what book was it that you read that gave you the idea?
It was I know it's on the tip of my tongue. If we can put it into the end, whatever, we can tag it or something.
Yeah.
It's on
I'll make sure I put it in the description or whatever. If you think about it, let me know what book it was. But you read a book, you figured out a play, you took it to a lender, and the lender said, "Oh, we can do that."
Right.
But here's something about that story. Here's something about that story, right? You were willing to ask the question. Sometimes people get so fearful of entities and people that they won't even ask the question.
You took it to somebody. You know, people be scared to death. Like, oh, what if I get rejected? All he could have said was no. That's it. All he could have said was no. And you could have just moved on, or you could have just did something else. You know what I mean? Like, all people could say is no. If you bring them something, all they can say is no. What they want to do?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Right, and it was simple. I mean, the property was presented to me from, a friend of the family. I looked up the comps. I said, "Man, this is being sold for way under market value." I came across something called a gift of equity. You feel me? And I just connected the dots from there. What's a gift of equity? Damn, I can get a gift of equity from the seller, being as though the margins, and just apply that to my down payment and my closing costs, and walk away with the keys. From reading a book that took like 2 hours, I was able to save thousands of dollars from that. I said, "Oh man."
But now you see how the game is played, right? Because people pull that off all day long. You know what I mean? That's like when I first learned the game of Subject 2, maybe like 20 years ago, and someone showed me that you can just take a crib without anything, just take a Subject 2. I was like, it didn't even seem real, right? You know what I mean? Or the first time I learned about wholesaling. When I first learned about wholesaling, I was like, hold up. So you don't own it, you just sit in the middle and get a bag? Like, yeah, so I understand that feeling. And then you feel crazy for like not knowing it, right? Like, yo, this is how people make money all day long. I got to get on this, right?
Right, for sure.
Yeah, so you're able to maintain these multiple hustles, man. And listen, you how I know you're a hustler, man? I'm gonna tell you how I know this guy's a hustler, core, right? Because outside of the fact, like, again, go to his IG, see how he gets busy in the car game. He was telling me he had 2 rentals. I was talking to him about like, a Microsoft Surface laptop. He's like, "Oh, I got that for sale too." I'm like, "Come on, man, what don't you got, cousin?" Yo, my man got his hand. My man got his hands in everything, man. He's like, "Yo, I got a Surface for sale too." I'm like, "Come on, cuz." Like, but I respect it though. I respect the hustle, man. It's like you said, it's Showtime, man.
Showtime.
Yeah. So those are the things you got going on, man. What's the future? Like, what are you trying to do in the future? What are the? So you told us about real estate, right? So, you want to acquire some more, buy and hold. So what about the car game?
I want to dig deeper into the car situation, right? So, branching into real estate, whatever, right? And all type of different hurdles with construction budgets, materials, leveraging, getting better with credit, realizing how important it is. It can become expensive. You feel me? Especially when you start to look at returns and then the margins from the returns. Damn, I still gotta pay a mortgage, or I still got. Real estate can become expensive. Once I got introduced to the car game, I think I made like I doubled my money. I bought the car by that Monday, headed to the city by Tuesday, had it sold by like that Thursday or Friday, doubled my money. Double. I'm like, oh my God. Imagine if I would have sold 3 cars that week. You feel me? Like
yeah.
Once I got introduced to that, I just took off. And then, I will always get this question, hey, do you accept trading? Do you accept trading? And my response always be, I mean, yeah, I would, but you might not like my number. But let me put it to you like this. I may be able to sell your car for you. You feel me? Before I stamp it, I gotta come out. I gotta check it out. Because I can't, they not gonna look at you, they gonna look at me. You feel me? Like whoever coming to come grab it.
Yeah.
So I start breaking it down. I said, all right, look, I'm risking my own margin. I still have plenty of my own inventory, right? But I want to be able to, I hate losing a client. And you're gonna lose clients. But if I'm able to service as many people as possible, shoot, why not? Why not find other means to be able to do so? So it was like, damn. If I'm looking at margins, 800, 1,000, whatever the margins is, if I can make similar margins and not have to risk my own money, it was like a glove fit.
That's how you came up with the whole idea of wholesaling.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because it's all about the margins anyway. It's all about the numbers anyway. If I can make the same numbers, if not more at times, with less risk, why not?
Gotcha.
Why not? Got mechanics, got the body shop. It's called a one-stop shop. I got everything you need, and that's a convenience that people want.
So here's what you did, right? And knowingly or not, you put together a system, right? So no matter what kind of business you have, big or small, if you can put a system in place, and Corey, I know that's part of what we're talking about within our new book, but you own it, because a lot of stuff you're talking about is some of the stuff we're writing about right now. So it's about systems. You put a system in place. You said a one-stop shop. The mechanic, the tag, all that, you got all that under wrap. So when someone comes with you into your ecosystem and looking to buy something, boom, you got it all right there. You know what I mean?
Could point to any direction. And it's still while being able to hold down a full-time job. I mean, not a retail, no offense, but not just a regular job. Like, I work for something. I ain't gonna put the position out there, but I got a nice little position within the company. And I was able to grow because I started to plant seeds. You feel me? Eventually, they gonna grow. The right ingredients, eventually they gonna grow. I was able to leverage the job. Now I'm at the job, like, I ain't gonna disclose what I make in an hour, but now I'm at the job like, yeah, I made this in an hour, but then I got tax. then I got tax, so I ain't really make that in an hour. You feel me? It's cool and all, but
it's funny.
Like,
right?
I just missed out on this. I missed out on that.
Yeah, but the job hit different. The job ain't as bad as it seemed before you had that income, right? So before you might be sitting at work like, man, but now it's like, you got other stuff moving and shaking while you sitting at the gig. It ain't as bad.
It's levels.
Yeah,
truly, it's levels.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So, that's absolutely dope, man. Like I said, I see you killing in the card game. Have you ever thought about getting a lot?
Yeah, of course. But also, you move with the time. You feel me? You move with the time, and when you're looking at certain overhead, it's like, ugh. So of course the lot, but then once upon a time it was getting multiple. It was a dream of getting multiple lots, but it was like, you got to be able to move with the time and stay updated.
I thought about that because I see, like, within the card game, you see like Carvana or a lot of those other these new entities. They taking a different approach. They're trying to, like, bring tech into it, where you don't have to have all that space, right? Exactly. They like drive the car to you, and you know what I mean. Like, so I see that game changing. So I guess what you're saying is you got to stay ahead of the curve. Like, so my question is like the idea of the big car lot, is that like going out of style with technology?
It's kind of hard to say it's going out of style because some things don't really ever go out of style, like cards, right? Mm-hmm. People forget basic marketing, simple business cards. I mean, it's clients. I probably done gave a card 2 months ago and found it in their wallet, their pocket. Oh snap! I do need a will. Oh, all right. Well, listen. If you don't need a will, you bring somebody to me. I'll pay you. Damn, I do know somebody that do need a will. Let me see how much. I give you X, Y, and Z. All right, bet. You feel me?
Yeah.
So going forward, rental car business is what I'm more so leaning towards. You feel me?
All right, let's talk about that. Great point.
Me
Let's talk
doing a
about
man,
that because I heard a couple people talk about that. I saw someone and I think they were.
I'm
they were
on that.
Yeah. So what's that look like? That rental car business.
You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. Like from a margin aspect, the numbers it'll feel like you renting the property out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And let alone don't let you own the car already. No. Don't let you own it and let it just be all profit. You feel me? The rental car business is so crazy because a lot of companies, they just want to third party it. You feel me? Like it was a time when Uber had its own vehicle. Uber, that headache was like, you know what? We're gonna just partner up with GetAround. So now we don't own the inventory, GetAround do. So now it's people putting their cars through GetAround and they linking up with Uber. And then you got guys spending $200 a week, renting a vehicle out so they can be able to do Uber. But what they care about spending $200 if they making $800 a week doing Uber.
Okay.
But if I'm making $200 a week and I'm not doing nothing to it, you feel me? Besides basic maintenance when needed, I mean, it's a win-win.
If you can get like $200 a week, you know what I'm saying? That's like $800 a month, and that's just on a car. And what kind of investment?
We talking about one car.
Yeah, and what kind of investment would it be for a car? So what kind of car would you need? Like, is it a specific gear, make, model? Like, give me an example of a play, right? So, what would it cost you for an average car that you could put up and make $200 every week?
All right, so let me put it to you like this. Like, let me break the numbers down for you. So let's say if I went to Copart or somewhere and put a vehicle together, right? It can be. I'm gonna give you two different ways, right? I can either put a vehicle together myself, right? And I still kind of compare it to real estate in a sense. Rehabbing a property, grabbing something that's already put together. I could put a car together. Let's say I put a car together. Let's say a vehicle like $2,000, like a 2012, I don't know, Ford Taurus or something like that, right? Let's say it costs the parts, I don't know, $800. For my plug, I got everything to get done into it for like another $4. So let's say I'm in it for like 32 or something like that, right? But if I can be able to make $800 a month off of it, how long is it going to take to clear that tag? Yeah. Or I got great credit. I can just go get a note on something real quick, a little note for like $200 and just charge somebody $200 a week. It's two different ways I can be able to do it. But when we talking about from a margin aspect of it, we just set that off of one vehicle. Imagine if I got at least 5 of them. The rental car benefit is crazy. People sleep on it. They don't realize how it's deeper than just enterprise. It's deeper than Hertz. It's people that rent vehicles for business. Feel me? And this is continuous. It's continuous. You're not just doing Uber for a week and then next week you quit. I mean, depending on the person.
Yeah.
That could be steady income.
We gotta talk offline about that too, man.
I was just saying, like,
we got copper fleet, man.
That could be steady. That could be steady income. Like,
we got a couple dollars over here. We can make something happen.
Yeah, we got copper. we about to copper fleet, man. Showtime. Listen, man. You giving us the game, man. I just want to say, man. We appreciate you giving us your time, but also keep doing what you're doing, man. You a young brother, man, out here making it happen the right way. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna inspire a lot of people, man. Like, I want everybody watching to go to his IG to see how he gets busy in the car game, because we're not just saying that. He out here cooking, man. I'm telling you, I'm going down your feed, and I'm like, damn, man, like, he out here getting to his dollar. And not to mention, you also got the rental properties. 26 years old, you got the rental properties. You're killing them with the cars. And I just wish you nothing but continued success.
He sell computers in his spare time.
now we gotta show you. We just gotta show you how to make some money in the stock market. And you bring it all together, man. And next thing you know, you're sitting on a couple M's, man. We gotta show you how to get that Wall Street money.
We gotta show you how to get that Wall Street money. Set that money up.
For sure. Not one last thing. Not to mention how it's really important to leverage a job. Like, if you're gonna have a job, you should. It's in your best interest to be able to be in a position to truly leverage it. Think about it. I'm in transportation. People that catch the bus, the train, I work for a company. I'm in transportation. What do they need?
Yeah.
What do they need?
Let me ask you a question though, right? So you went through. So you've been doing this for a little while now. in this journey to get you are to where you are now, where you have you built your systems, right? So now you know when you get up on a day-to-day basis, these are the things I got to do. What has been one of the biggest hurdles that you had to get over to get to this point where you have your system and everything just makes sense to you and now you're off running? What's the biggest hurdle you had to deal with?
Balancing time. You feel me? Balancing time, realizing that the bigger the dream, the earlier I'm going to wake up. Let's say I wake up like 4:30 in the morning. You feel me? Not because I got to be to work at 5:30. No, because the bigger the dream, the earlier you're going to have to wake up. The harder you're going to have to work. So I used to be terrible with time management, that is. I used to be terrible with time management. I mean, it's one thing for you to be bad with time management and you just you able to freestyle your day. It's another thing to be bad with time management and you got an 8-hour shift inside of that. You feel me? So
what helped you? What helps you with your time management? How'd you get it together? How'd you figure that out?
It was more so a mental thing for me. It was more so a mental thing, and it was like, man, if you want to level up, you gotta act like it.
I heard that.
I mean, it was more. It wasn't so much of me looking for motivation and none of that. Like, no, if you want one, you gonna want one, and if you want one, you gotta put the work in. That's it. You feel me? You can't have nobody try to put a battery in your back, because that motivation only gonna last for so long. Once that wind blow, then now what? Your consistency gonna drop. You feel me? You're not gonna be coachable to learn more things, and you're not gonna be level-headed. So it was more so just a wake up. I don't know, like a light bulb went off. Like, bro, if you want to take this to the next level, dog, act like it. That's it.
That's the difference
between. You're either going to do it or you're not.
That's the difference between motivation and discipline. What you talking about is discipline, right? Motivation goes away. You can get motivated like watching the video, right? But when that video go off, what you gonna do? That's when you got to get discipline, and that discipline, is what's gonna take you there, man. Man,
Showtime.
I love it. Listen, man. Listen. We love what you got going on, man. Corey, anything you want to say to the young brother before we get out of here, man?
Hey, man, listen. I said I'm in awe, man. Like I said, man, I was 26. I was partying and bullshitting. I was, you know what I mean? I was paying college tuitions for pretty young ladies. And you out here doing your thing, man. Like, hey, listen, you know, I had to live it so I can be able to get to where I'm at now. So I don't try to hide it. You know what I mean? I did what I did. I am who I am. So, but you know, it took me to be able to have those experiences to be able to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. What you doing is amazing, man. Like,
it's amazing. And everybody has
their young people do this stuff, man. I love when young people come through and do the thing that you do, man. Like when you talk about the systems you put in place and the time that you put into your craft, that makes me proud, man. So I appreciate you.
It.
Yeah, man. And I just want to say to everybody watching this, man, everybody has their own journey, right? So if you're young, be inspired. Even if you're older, be inspired, right? Everybody has their own journey. Right? I was talking to a mentee yesterday, and I was letting her know, I'm like, listen, because a lot of times we tend to compare ourselves to other people, right? So we say, man, such and such got this, and such and such got. That's their story.
It's terrible.
You writing your own. You gotta write your own story, man. Listen, Colonel Sanders didn't come up with his recipe to his mid-50s, man. And think about this, right? Colonel Sanders didn't come up with his recipe to his mid-50s, and now we in 2020, and it's KFCs all over the world. I get off the plane anywhere in the world, but the fact is, he would have been considered a failure up until that point. But everybody got to write their own story, man. So you writing your story, man, and we are definitely proud of you, brother. We're going to continue to watch what you got going on, share what you got going on with our audience, man. We want to say thank you for your time.
Participate in what you got going on, because if you start building that fleet, I'm building it with you.
For sure. Oh, we in motion, man. We in motion.
Let's get it. So listen,
transportation is essential. Real estate is essential. I'm trying to say in all essential fields.
All essential businesses, man. I don't know.
Yeah, like if this ain't teach you that for COVID, I don't know what will.
We gotta figure out a way to start selling some water, man. All natural resources like land. Now we gotta get in the water game somehow, man. We gotta start selling water, man. But listen though, for our audience out there, make sure that you gotta check out what Showtime got going on. We're gonna put his IG link. Follow him on IG. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you share this episode. I hope he's inspired somebody that's out there, you know, sitting behind the desk working. Listen, you can make it happen while you got your job.
You can make it happen.
Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And as we always say to our audience, listen, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. Game elevates, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Showtime.
It's showtime. It's showtime.